But happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy hump day to you. Welcome to all of my folks on Twitch, because I just got on Twitch Live. Welcome to everybody on IG Live. We're talking about Shannon Sharpe again today. I apologize if that's not what you probably want to talk about, but it has been all over social media. The drama continues with some new allegations. One of the allegations is that Shannon offered to pay this woman, Gabriella Zuniga, $10 million, I guess, for her silence. We know what Gabriella Zuniga now looks like. And she's everything that I expected. And we learned that, well, yesterday we knew she was an OnlyFans model. But hey, Chev, we learned that she's an OnlyFans model. And again, like I said, we know what she looks like. And can I just say, Shannon, you could have you could have did a lot better than what you did, But I'm just saying. Super Pat said Unc done got himself in a trick bag. Yeah. So now, with everything coming out, like I said, I definitely believe it was a setup for his paper. What that Biggie song said? Damn, why she trying to stick me for my paper? Damn, why she trying to stick me for my paper? But yeah, I definitely think it was a shakedown, and she knew exactly what she was trying to do. But Monique tried to warn his ass, and he didn't want to listen. So this is what you get for not listening. Hold on, y'all. I got to do this break real quick, and I don't want to miss my break. So hold on with me. On the way in 7 minutes, this drama with Shannon Sharpe, it continues. We'll get into it right here on 98.7 Kiss. Let me turn that down before they... Who is this? Hey, Malcolm. Hey, Mr. Awesome. You are officially on Twitch. Welcome, Mr. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you. Yeah, because this is just going to be a better Twitch. Eventually, I'm going to need all of y'all to get on Twitch, because Twitch is just going to be a better streaming platform for us. No cutoffs, none of that. So thank you, Mr. Awesome, for joining. Welcome, 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 welcome. So if I have any new folks on here, we're talking again part 2 of Shannon Sharpe, because some new details have emerged. With Shannon offering up $10 million. Yes, he offered $10 million. And my thing about it is, if you didn't do anything wrong, Shannon, why are you offering money, especially $10 million, if you didn't do anything wrong? That's all I'm saying. We also know what she looks like. She's everything that I knew she was going to look like, okay? Gabriella Zuniga. Oh! And this too just came in. A new audio of him threatening this girl, allegedly, to choke her out in public. So let me get this audio so you guys can hear it. But I guess today's question is, do you feel bad for Shannon Sharpe, or is he getting everything that he deserves? Do you feel bad for Shannon Sharpe, or is he getting everything that he deserves right about now? And you can keep it all the way 100, because this is a judgment-free zone over here. Do you feel bad for Shannon Sharpe, or is he getting everything that he deserves? Is the question. Do you feel bad for him, or is he getting everything he deserves? My mama, she's not on here yet. She said, serves him right. He's getting everything that he deserves for messing with that woman. Okay, and mind you, the girl, I guess when they were messing around, was only 19. Was only 19. Was only 19 at the time he was messing with her. And from the pictures, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even gonna hold you. From the pictures, she looks very young. And then from the audio that we listened to yesterday, she sounded young. I knew when she was like, "You're manipulating me," I was like, oh yeah, she's definitely young. I'm trying to get to this clip of this new audio of Shannon threatening to choke her in public, and I don't know if this is going to play in the clip. He said, "I might choke you." Hold on, I'm trying to get to this audio here. Hey babe. Mr. Austin said he feels bad for Shannon. And then Super Pat said he didn't want that bad press. Nah, no man deserves to be finessed when it comes to consensual. No man deserves to be Finesse. I agree with that. No man does deserve to be finessed when it comes to consensual, but sir, you got to be a lot smarter out here in these streets. You are a man of a particular statue, okay? You can't just be out here messing with any and everybody. So do I feel bad for Shannon? Um, Not really, because Shannon's 56 years old, okay? Stop thinking with your second head and think with your first head. This is why you are in this mess to begin with. And of all the, and not to say, and no disrespect, if you want to be an OnlyFans model and that's your thing, no disrespect to you. But of all the people that he could have chosen in this world to date or sleep with, why somebody from OnlyFans? I mean, I'm just saying. And like I said, hey, Chef, seeing what she actually looks like now, and I wish I could put it up for you guys on Twitch so you could see. Thank you. So you could see exactly what she looks like. This girl ain't no looker. I'm sorry. I just feel like with all of the beautiful black sisters out here, Shannon Sharpe, you couldn't have went and got you a beautiful black sister. And fellas, I need this to come to an end with this gold digging ish when it comes to black women. I need this to stop today. Because as you can see, black women ain't the only ones out here digging for gold. Okay? So I need that to come to an end today. Because y'all, the first thing y'all love to say about black women, especially when she messes with men of a particular caliber, you like to call her a gold digger. So what you about to say about this one? Because she definitely digging for gold. Because she didn't even want the $10 million that was even offered to her. She said, oh no, boo. I'm going to see you in court. Super Pad said black sisters would have taken that money. Super Pad, a black sister would have taken that $10 million and said, okay, Debo, we got. You might have been right about that. He might have not had to go this far to begin with. So, yeah, it's just, and he might be right that Tony Busby has a thing, where he's targeting black men, it seems, because he tried to come for Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was not having none of that. He was like, you got me effed up, because I got billions over here. You better go play where it's safe. Go play where it's safe. Jay-Z shut that all the way down. So if I got any new followers, day 2, the saga continues. Our Unc, Shannon Shot. Yes, prepared. Shep said, I would. Honesty, Shep said I would have took that money and ran, baby. Hey, mama, you just in time for the party. We just got started. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to talk about it on the air, but I'm going to run it back, so I apologize. The best R&B 98.7 Kiss DD Pocket in your middays on your hump day halfway through this work week, and it is a moving. All right, so this Shannon Sharpe drama continues with more allegations, more text messages, and more video audio of these two going back and forth. So what we do know is that Shannon yesterday dropped a video where he's denying the allegations. This is an alleged ex-girlfriend who I guess was 19 years old at the time. He's calling it a shakedown. He like, why she trying to stick me for my paper? Okay, if you know about Biggie, then you know about that song right there. We can now put a face with a name. Gabriella Zuninga is how you say her name. She's absolutely exactly what I pictured her looking like. We know she's an OnlyFans model. And like I said, Shannon has denied these allegations, but he did offer her up $10 million. And I'm like, if you didn't do anything wrong, why are you offering up the monies? You never offer up the monies if you didn't do nothing wrong. It makes you look guilty. All right. So, and like I said, there are more texts. I cannot even get into these text messages because they are so explicit, okay? There was one text message where she shared that she was confronting Shannon about not using a condom with some unprotected behind the scenes sex. Yeah, we won't get into it, saying that she asked him to use a condom and he didn't listen. But yeah, and now, just a little while ago, more audio dropped of Shannon allegedly threatening to choke this woman in public. Monique tried to warn Shannon, but Shannon didn't listen. So the question is, Do you feel bad for Shannon Sharpe? Mama says she don't feel bad. He getting exactly what he deserved. That's what Mama said. But let me know. We're discussing it right now on IG Live at IamDeeDee Parker. That's IamDeeDee Parker. Or on Twitch. If you have Twitch, you can follow me there as well. But let me know what you think. Hit me up. It's 98.7 Kiss. More on the way. Might get in trouble because that break was kind of long, but I had to get it all in. Sheb said I would have asked for more. So mom, I thought I heard a door because I was like, I'm going to trouble. Anyway, mama said so they were in a relationship. Well, according to reports, they're saying that was an ex. I'm not 100% sure if they were or weren't in a relationship, but according to reports, they're saying that was his ex. Not 100% sure. Mr. Awesome said, you think Shannon is going to lose deals? I think he's going to lose out on some money because why did you offer up $10 million? You know what I'm saying? Why was that the first thing that you put out there on the table? Why did you offer her money? It kind of, even if he didn't do anything, when you offer up the money, hey, Stamp, when you offer up the money, and it does not matter. You can be innocent as hell. Once you offer up the money, it makes you look guilty, unfortunately. Hey, gone, get yours. Hey, Miss Tasma. Once you offer up the money, it makes you seem guilty. And trust me, I don't believe anything that this woman is talking about because I do think she is trying to stick this man for his paper. Why is she trying to stick me for my paper? Yeah, I do believe she's trying to stick him for his paper. She knew exactly what he was doing. She knew. And this is just my assumption. You know, I can neither confirm nor deny. This is just DeeDee Parker's assumptions and her opinions. I believe he was giving this woman money, and then once that money flow ran out, or he said he wasn't gonna give her no more money, is when she was like, okay, you want to give me no more money? Then I'm gonna sue your ass. So here we are. Mama said she's a YT, so yep, he guilty in their eyes. He's a black man. I mean, his mama got a point. At the end of the day, y'all gonna learn. Or maybe y'all not. Y'all ain't learned nothing from OJ. Y'all ain't learned nothing from Tiger, even though Tiger is back dabbling on the other side. Who else was there? It was enough. Y'all ain't learned nothing from Kobe Bryant. When it comes to these women, them type of particular women, y'all ain't learned nothing. And this is why y'all keep getting yourself in these same situations. Okay? Why? Because, and Monique tried to warn him on his show, and he just, she tried to warn him now, and he didn't want to listen. So, unfortunately, Mr. Awesome, he is going to have to suffer the consequences. He's probably going to have to dish out some money. How much money he's going to have to give, I don't know. Only a judge is going to determine that, you know. But I will say this, you know, from some of the text messages that I have seen, you know, she keeps using this choking thing as a clutch, like that's gonna get her the bag, and it might. I'm not saying it won't. It might get her the coins. Again, she's a YT and a young YT, and you know how they feel about them YTs. Oh, ask Jonathan Majors, because Jonathan Majors took a major L. Now he want to call Megan Good his Coretta. Niggas, oh, excuse my language. Ninja, stop. Okay, your Coretta. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to read your comments. I apologize. Okay. Mama said guilty as charged. Ms. Lattimore said guilty. And Mama said, stop bunny hopping. Oh, well. I told you my mama don't count. I told you, mama, I used you this morning in my Greenville break. I said, mama, and I just used you now. I said, mama said he's getting everything he deserves. So the question today is for my new folks on here. Do you feel bad for Shannon Sharpe? And is he getting everything that he deserves for messing with this young girl? And you know what else I'm trying to say. You know, do you feel bad for Shannon Sharpe? And is he getting everything that he deserves? I'm still trying to figure out, because there was another audio that dropped, and why I cannot play this audio so we can hear exactly what was said Because I want to hear it. You know, I'm nosy anyway, Jill. I want to hear where he is. Does this audio? Hold on. I want to hear. I'm trying to hear. Okay, I got the audio, and just like that, let take a listen. I don't want to see you, girl. Okay, so I'm gonna play this new audio that TMZ just put out, but I gotta wait till this damn commercial goes past. Hey, baby rock, you know what we talking about? Shannon Sharpe, of course. I'm trying to play this audio, and once we get past this damn commercial, okay, maybe I don't need to. Maybe I can mute this because I'm like, they like to give you these damn commercials, Chair.
I was the fat friend.
Oh my God, here goes another commercial.
I did feel isolated.
Ha! So I'm waiting for the audio. But for my new folks, we're talking, the saga continues with Shannon Sharpe. We're basically talking about, there's some new allegations of this woman accusing him of saying he was going to choke her in public. And I really feel like they're leaning on this choking thing to try to make Shannon seem like he's a bad guy. But little do they know that, folks, hold on.
Because
Here we go.
Tell you something that's pretty shocking. So you know the story about.
So I'm playing the audio.
Sued by a woman that looks like a former girlfriend.
Babe Rock said, did it.
That he sexually assaulted her. He came back saying,
denying it altogether,
not true.
saying this is a shakedown. She's just trying to get money out of me.
So I'm playing the audio out, so bear with me.
Attorney Tony Busby as well.
This is the Tony Busby, as in the Diddy lawsuits.
Correct. Tony Busby is representing
it takes
the
forever
Jane Doe.
to get to the point. I don't want to hear this. I just want to hear the call.
Tony Busby dropped an audio recording that he says his client made. There's a phone conversation between herself and Shannon, and they get into an argument, and you will hear what
Okay, get
Shannon
to it.
said to her.
These people getting on my nerves. Like, get to it. Here we go.
Know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad
This is
at,
the audio
and
from
you're just
yesterday.
gonna hang up on me. So I feel like.
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What? What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna.
This is the audio from yesterday that I heard.
See you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Wow. Yeah. So the part obviously.
I'm waiting for them to get the other part because I heard that audio yesterday.
Can choke the out of you the next time I see you. Now, what's interesting is the end of that conversation.
Get to the point.
Actually recorded a video. He's not responding to the audio recording itself. He's responding to the overall lawsuit and says there are actually more recordings that he expects to come out.
This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent.
Okay, I'm trying to.
He would release it himself.
I'm trying to get to where, because there was alleged new audio today that dropped, of her saying that Shannon was gonna choke her in public. I gotta find it. So once I find it, I'll play it back for y'all. But Mama said, as the saying goes, ain't no fool like an old fool. And Baby Barack said, Unc did it. Why you say he did it, Baby Barack? Baby Barack said, Unc did it. Unc did it. I'm still not. I still feel like that this is a shakedown. I'm sorry, Baby Barack. I feel like this girl is only out for the coins. And again, I don't want to hear nothing from none of y'all when y'all talking about black women being gold diggers, because, baby, this is a pure example of gold digging to the fullest extent. The best R&B 98.7 Kiss on the way for you, coming up at the top of the hour. Master P, na-na-na-na, and the No Limit Soldiers. Got your chance to check them out. It's 98.7 Kiss. So, Mr. Awesome said, I will tell Shannon just to pay the girl off and get more deals to work off that debt. I think he was trying to pay her off. He was trying to pay her $10 million, but she didn't want the $10 million. She wanted more money. That's why I said, don't you ever get on here and say nothing about black women being gold diggers. And baby, these other races of women be digging for just as much gold. So let's not play that. But I think he was, Mr. Awesome, trying to give her some money, and she didn't want $10 million. So I guess she figured, I can get more if I sue you. So she's trying to get the most money she can out of this situation. And again, I ain't mad about it, but Shannon should have been smarter. Like, sir, I believe it was Special K. He said on the Ricky Smiley show this morning, sir, you have a lot more to lose than, your average person. And you have to take those things into consideration with anybody that you mess with, So, Baby Barack said, hold on, Mama said they gonna burn his black ass at the stake, crucify, and make him pay another black man bites the dust. Baby Rock said, I don't feel bad for him. There's been too many allegations about him lately. Plus, he's a super freak like Diddy. Baby Rock said he ain't got no sympathy. Mama said, Baby Rock, don't matter if he did or not. He guilty. Baby Barack said he ain't got no sympathy for old Unc Shay Shay. I mean, I don't have no sympathy either because, again, I'm going to say Monique warned you on your own show to leave them. When that sex audio got leaked from the first time where he said he accidentally went live, I was like, sir, because for real, there's no way you can accidentally go live unless you were thinking about maybe going live and then you maybe sat on your phone and it hit a button, but there's no way that you can go live. So I don't know if I believe the accidental part. I'm trying to get to this audio, but if I can't find it, so what they're saying according to reports is Tony Busby, the attorney representing the woman suing Shannon for over 50, has released a second audio recording. This time, the soundbite allegedly captures Sharpe making disturbing comments during a private conversation. In the clip, the 56-year-old media person speaks with a woman who, he said, I might choke you in public. So there is another video. Like I said, I was trying to get to this video. He said, I might choke you in public. And then he said, big black guy chokes a small black woman. I guess that's what the second audio. I was trying, but TMZ want to take me down. And I'm just like, get to the point of this video. So that was, once I get this audio, see, got to be more prepared. But that was part of the second audio. And two, there were some more text messages that she, like, this girl is not, when I say she's not letting up, she's not letting up. Like, she said, oh, you want to drop text message receipts? I could drop text message receipts as well. And what she did, where she confronted Shannon Sharpe over unprotected anal sex the day of the alleged sexual assault. She said, I cried when you left because I begged you to put on a condom and not put it in my butt, but you didn't listen. So I don't know how they're going to make these charges stick because there are, like I said, there is a lot of text message exchanges between the two of them. And I feel like on some part it was consensual, most of it was consensual because the messages I read yesterday, hey, auntie, day 2 of the Shannon Sharpe debacle, auntie, continues. Because the text messages I read yesterday, she actually said she wanted to be choked by Shannon Sharpe, and be walked like a dog. Something to that extent, she said in those text message threads. And then, too, I told you yesterday he had a slavery fetish, I guess, where they was role-playing. I guess she was master's wife and he was the slave. And, yeah, I don't know. I didn't get into the text messages because I'm like, that's their personal business. But, yeah. Mama said these men with money better stop thinking they going to get out of ish because they got money. I think he was thinking that he would give this girl $10 million and she would go away. She was like, no, I need more. So I think she is going to get something from him, unfortunately. It'll probably be a little bit more than $10 million because he's going to want this to go away as soon as possible because from what I heard, and I'm not sure how true these reports are, from what I heard is he was working on another podcast deal that was worth over $100 million. So it just so happens that all of this is happening all at the same time that allegedly this podcast deal was supposed to go through. So, if I have any new folks, we are day 2 of the Shannon Sharpe drama with this girl. We now have, well, we knew the name. Auntie, we definitely have a picture. Gabriella Zuniga is her name. We definitely know what she looks like. We know she's an OnlyFans model. We know that Shannon offered her $10 million, to which she denied and turned it down because she wants more coins. We know about more text messages where she said she confronted Shannon about unprotected anal sex, and she wanted him to use a condom, and he didn't use a condom. I'm just trying to figure out how this all ties into sexual assault, because at no moment did I hear, and none of these audio leaks that she's leaking and none of these text conversations where she said no. But I did hear Gary with the T this morning saying that she sent him something saying when no means no, but you were willing to do it, I guess, only if he used a condom. Like, this whole story is crazy. Just messy, auntie. What up, cool ass? Now, mama said, should have given someone else $10 million to make her go away. And if you've seen her, I mean, Shannon, sir, you could have found a better looking black woman. I'm just saying. You could have found her, because there is nothing special about that girl. No disrespect. The only thing, I guess, is because she's a YG and she's young. And she sounded very young when he was talking to her on the phone. I'm like, why is he even dealing with her? Okay. Why is he, dealing with this young girl? But Monique tried to warn his ass, and he did not want to listen. So she tried to warn him, and he didn't listen. I'm trying to get this audio, again, that just dropped today, of this second exchange of him threatening to choke her, and this time in public. I need to hear the audio. Again, because after hearing the audio yesterday, again, I just, I know people who play like that. I'm sorry, I do. What up, Rashad? Welcome to the party. I know folks who play like that. So, but then talking to my coworker, he's like, I don't even play like that. He was like, choking, yes, in the, while we're having sex, but to sit there and say, I'm going to choke you, he was like, absolutely not. What up? You know what we talking about. Oh, Uncle Shay Shay.
What up, Didi, in the place to be?
How you doing, Rashad? Welcome back to the party.
Man, I appreciate it. I just booked a gig out in Las Vegas in August.
Okay, congratulations to you. You working?
Yeah, man, I am really chilling. As a matter of fact, I might need to talk to you.
Okay. Oh, you got my number.
Okay.
You got my number. Call me. But what you think about this Shannon Sharpe situation? Is Shannon getting everything that he deserves?
I'm tired of black people allowing white men to try to bring, white men and women to try to bring black men down.
Okay.
As simple as that. That is the same lawyer that made up all them lies
about Jay-Z.
Pumping Jay-Z, and now he's doing it again. I mean, it's $50 million. It's obvious that this chick is wanting to be in a relationship with him. Mm-hmm. And it's obvious that she is into some kinky themes. And so, here's my thing. Very sensitive topic. I understand. But the one thing that I have to say about it, it's really hard unless you are in a relationship where you live with this person or all of this other stuff. But it's hard for someone to rape you multiple times. And the reason why I say that is because if you are not living with them, if they raped you once and you were that distraught, why are you going around them again? Help me understand that.
Exactly.
If it's rape, then obviously this is a bad person. So
and
why are you still going back around?
And to add to that, if it's rape, in Mama's point, why would you not press criminal charges? Why are you going after the money?
And that's my thing, man. I got to be honest, I don't have any love. I don't have any sympathy for Shannon, because that you get messed with these white women. on my
Say it with
Dr.
your
Umar.
chest, then, Rashad.
Hey, I'm on my Dr. Umar. Because you got to think about it. He went and found this chick on OnlyFans.
Did he go find her on OnlyFans?
She when you so you've seen the text messages, right?
Yeah, well, not all of them, because it was too many.
Yeah, not all of them, but there was one where she was like, "Hey, don't you want this big juicy booty? 25,000 a cheek." He was paying to sleep with this chick.
Oh, which makes sense on why he said what he said about being choked. When she's like, "Well, I don't want to be choked." He said, "Yes, you do." And if you in that lifestyle, the dominatrix and whatever that lifestyle, that's that some whatever they do. They have the person that controls
Yeah.
it, and then they have the person that does it and is submissive or whatever. I don't know, because I don't live
Yeah.
that lifestyle, but yeah.
But look, that's his fault, man. I don't understand why these big ugly ass black dudes end up going for these white chicks. I just don't get it. And I didn't know there was one text before I knew anything about her race. There was one text that let me know it was a white chick.
What
At
was
first,
that?
I thought it was a black chick.
What was it?
But then she said, "I want you to put that big black baby in me." I said, "Oh shit! Don't
Because
nobody talk like that."
black women don't talk like that.
Black women don't say that. I want you to put that big black baby in me. Big black baby.
My coworker
Look,
was
man.
saying she was African. I'm like, that name, because her name is Gabrielle Zuninga. And I was like, that don't sound African to me.
Man, she probably from South Africa.
Like Elon Musk, right?
Right. There ain't no black women talking about put that black baby in me.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't condone shakedowns, but I have no sympathy for Shannon because y'all want to go and y'all think these white chicks be really into y'all. Every white woman is scheming.
Stay
black dudes.
scheming.
Look, look, there are some black women that do scheme, but a lot of black women, they really want love when they're looking for these athletes, but the athletes treat them so bad. And so my thing is, I don't know why they treat the black women terrible and they hold the white women up on pedestals.
Thank you, Rashad. Thank you, Rashad. And can we
I mean,
end
it
this
makes no
conversation of black women being the only race of women being gold diggers out here? Because it's a lie. It's a lie. We ain't the only race digging.
And I'm just like, dude, you just, and it's the big, ugly black man syndrome.
Yeah, it's because when they get a little bit of money, a little bit of fame, and these women start checking for them, they start smelling their little selves. Auntie said there was a clip of Stephen A. Smith talking about it. I hope he didn't throw him under the bus because that's supposed to be his friend. So I hope he didn't throw him under the bus, and I hope
No, I guarantee Steven ain't talking about it because Steve
he's a clout chaser.
He don't support chicks. He don't support women.
Oh, well, and he a clout chaser anyway, too. So, Auntie said money, and Mama said, I think it was a setup from the beginning. Baby Rock said, end of the day, he should have never put himself in that position. Stick to your own. Uncle's thirsty, and now he's embarrassed because he got put out. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. I got your chance to check out Master P and the No Limit Soldiers, the June Fest weekend experience. If you want to go, make sure you hit up 987kiss.com for your chance to enter to win a pair of tickets today. Good luck. It's 987kiss. Hold on. I'm going to read these comments. Mama said, leave them snow bunnies alone. And she said, preach, Rashad. And Auntie said, no. Steven said, he's torn. I bet he is torn because he's a clout chaser. I don't respect Stephen A. Smith. I'm sorry. I just don't respect him. And Auntie said, did Shannon get fired from ESPN? No, he hasn't got fired. And I'm hopefully not yet. But I feel like that it's probably coming.
He ain't going nowhere because Shannon did what you're supposed to do. He jumped in front of the narrative. And he put that shit out there. He said, look, I'm going to go ahead and start my defamation case. I'm going to go ahead and put these text messages out. What other smoke do you want? That's how you're supposed to handle stuff. When you're innocent, that's how you're supposed to handle stuff.
But
what?
He offered her $10 million, though.
Well, one of the reasons is because when you're in that situation, that shit can linger. And he don't want to think about it. If you think Jonathan Majors, if he would have been able to pay $10 million to get past that whole thing that he would have did it?
You said he
With
wouldn't
this
have?
black girl that he was hitting her? Huh?
He would have or wouldn't have?
Yeah, he would have. Because you see what he lost.
Yeah.
Even though he was innocent. That's the thing. Everybody's talking about Michael Jackson paid. Yes. That don't mean he was guilty. Now everybody's coming out. All of these kids saying their parents put them up to it. And we drug Michael ass through the dirt. And he was innocent.
Well,
Yeah, man.
you still
So,
got
yeah,
some.
you-
Wait, you still got some black folks that think he did it.
I mean, that's you got a lot of them, and that's the problem. That's the problem. You still got black folks that think R. Kelly didn't do it.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
that
you're
R.
right
Kelly,
about that.
Yeah, didn't.
But it makes, and I'm just going to put it out there, it makes when you settle, even if you're not necessarily guilty, it does make you seem like you're guilty a little bit. Like, damn, well, they settled, so it must be somewhat of some truth to this.
So let's do it this way. The only people that think like that are people that ain't got money. If you got money, you completely understand that you have to settle in order to prevent more damage from happening. That is a strategy. That's not an admission of guilt.
But it looks bad, though. It doesn't?
It only looks bad to people that don't have money. Anybody that has money understands. Yes.
But
if
now
you
that
wanna
he
get
tried,
past this-
but now that he tried to settle, he gonna have to give her something.
Well, here's the thing. I would have fought. But once again, I'm broke. when you got that kind of money, you can stand to lose more in lawyer fees.
Yeah.
And you got to think about it. If that goes to trial, ESPN probably would have fired him or put him on suspension until it was over. That's more money that you're losing. And so people settle because they do a risk assessment. He has financial advisors and accountants, and he's talking to them. They're advising him. They probably gave him the recommendation. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Said what you said. Go ahead and give her some hush money so she'll,
Go away.
leave it alone, and you ain't got to deal with it no more. Right, wrong, or indifferent. You got to remember, this is 2025. It has nothing to do with what is the truth. Nothing to do with the truth.
It's about perception.
And perception is the court of public opinion's reality.
Yep.
And so, look, man, people are going to say some things, but if I pay this $10 million, I keep my job, I can care less what people on the internet saying because they ain't putting no money in my pocket.
Well, I mean,
This
he
is Shannon.
offered the 10. She said no. And here we are.
Oh,
So
she said no? All right, well, that's fine. Then let it play out in court.
I think the only thing that might be his saving grace are those text messages. Because
Yeah, 100%.
in the text messages, she did say, walk me like a dog and choke me. She did say that. And now
100%.
And now she released the audio of him saying, like, if you say that one more, like, she's like, you're trying to manipulate me. He's like, yo, if you say that one more time, he said, next time I see you, I'm going to come over there and choke the ish out of you. And me and mama were discussing it this morning. Since when is it a crime to say you about to choke the shit out of somebody or you about to fight somebody? Because, baby, if that's the case, when one of y'all threaten me again, I'm going to sue the fuck out of you. Period. I'm suing you.
And so that's another thing, man. When you are in an intimate environment with somebody that you know, you have a way of communicating. And if that's just how they talk, that's just how they talk. You can't expect somebody outside of the situation to hear one snippet of something. And that's another thing. The point that Shannon made is, bitch, don't play the 10 seconds. Play the whole 10-minute video.
Right.
Play the whole thing. And that's the only point that I would make. If I went to court, I'd be like, hey, I hear what you're saying, but where's the rest of it? Let's listen to all of it. Come on. Listen to all of it.
Mama said it's that forbidden fruit for black men that makes them want the YTs. Mr. Austin said, you think there were more women out there coming for him? I think if there were going to be more women, they would have came out. We would have heard about it today for sure. If there were more women. But then again, I don't know. Auntie said, Puffy settled and he did that mess.
Well, you settled, you innocent.
Yeah, I mean, he dragged her, but Puffy has been a piece of shit anyway. That's another story for another day. Super Pat said, "LOL. When you broke, you can speak freely." I know that's right. Super Pat, you right. You can say whatever you want to.
Because ain't nobody listening but other people.
Baby Barack said, "Having money doesn't make extortion right. I ain't settling because they gonna believe what they want. Keep your money and fight it out in court. If you know you're innocent." I mean, I would have. I'm gonna be real. I wouldn't have offered up no $10 million, especially if I feel like I didn't do shit. I wouldn't have offered up
My
no
point
money.
is, I would have gave less. But yeah, I would have thrown a settlement out. I wouldn't have given $10 million. But once again, that's because I'm broke.
Right.
Shannon is making a grip right now. And if he's worth $200 million, then hell, $10 million to get this over with? That's nothing.
Shit, he got $200 million off that Cat Williams interview alone. Probably more.
No, not quite $200 million, but he got a couple of million off of it for sure.
Gee, I'm
For
like,
sure.
that Cat Williams interview, boy, put him all the way on the map.
Well, and yes, 100% it did, and that was great marketing for him, and that was the revitalization of who Shannon Sharpe is.
Yes.
And he figured it out, and now he is a daily topic. And now he can't do nothing. You saw when he hopped out that damn truck and that
Yeah. They was trying to say he was a little.
Yeah.
They was like, "Oh, Shannon's a little sassy."
And I know individuals, in the industry, and they were like, "Yeah, shit, I'm like, how am I supposed to know? I ain't got access to nobody at that level."
Exactly.
So.
And you don't even want to know. I don't want to know nothing, Nelly. Yeah, that between him.
Everybody got something to say.
Oh, but did you hear about the text messages of the slave fetish that he in that? Baby.
See, and that's another thing.
I just want to know.
That's why
I just want to know why some of you black men want to live out that. Why is that a fantasy? That ain't no fantasy of mine to relive no damn slavery. I don't want to play master wife or good slave that rescues master's wife or rescue I don't want to do none of that. I'm good. Y'all do that. That's that.
Well, once again, people with disposable income, they get bored, and this is what a lot of us don't understand, because we always say, "Man, I couldn't imagine doing that. I couldn't imagine doing this." Well, you got to think. Those people have any and everything that they want every day, to the point where they get used to it. That's just like saying, "Would you want to move to Hawaii?" And everybody say, "Yeah." But if you think about it, why would you want to live in Hawaii? Because every day there is paradise. When you get used to that,
Yeah.
then what is paradise?
You don't appreciate it anymore.
That's the point.
Yeah.
It's like you don't even desire it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to go to no beach. I'm tired of beaches.
I be on the beach every damn day.
So that's the point. And so, because they live in an environment where they can have any and everything that they want, that's why so many of them do that role play stuff. Because they can get sex, they can get all kinds of nasty, filthy, all that other stuff. It gets boring to them. That's why they continue to push the envelope.
But why would you want to role play as a slave? I'm not doing that.
Because he is a man of power. Everywhere he goes, everybody is bending to his will. And of course, that is a topic that is off limits. Normally, the things that you're not supposed to gravitate towards are the things that you desire. It's like, yeah, I'm not supposed to be attracted to doing this type of stuff, but I've done everything else. Let me see how it makes me feel. Now, it's something new. You have, those anxiety feelings and all of this other stuff, like, ooh, I don't know how to feel, but let me just continue to go through it. And then it's like a drug. It's like crack. Yep, I'm bored again, so I need that high from doing that other stuff that I don't normally do. And then it's like, then that becomes too much, and then they got to go to another level, and then they go to another level, and then they end up, messing with transvestites and then going straight gay and all that other stuff. They do everything.
You better
That's why
look.
they experiment.
I was about to say you better look at Eddie Winslow.
That's it. Look at Malik Yoba,
Oh, he got. Wait a minute, I didn't know Malik's.
the dude from New York Underground.
Yes, no, I didn't know.
Yeah. Man, that nigga was like, trans women are women too. Oh, hell no.
No, I didn't know that.
I'm out.
I knew Eddie
I'm out.
I knew Eddie Winslow. I know he liked to dabble because he messes with a transgender star named Sydney Star. So
Man, look, I don't care how cute you might think, these dudes are. I mean, because don't get me wrong, there are some out there that would definitely trick the straightest dudes. Normally, I'm pretty good at it, but I've seen a couple that I was just like, man, yeah, if I'd have messed around and had to beat somebody up. But the point is, no matter how cute these dudes are, there are always more women out there that are more beautiful.
yeah.
So you might as well just go find you a beautiful woman. It's fine,
Yeah. I just.
But hey,
Yeah, to each his. When I saw that, I was like, not Eddie Winslow. Wait a minute now. Okay, then, Eddie. Hey, got you. Hey, Scoop. For the new folks on here, we have been part 2 of Shannon Sharpe because we did talk about this yesterday, but there's more stuff that has come out. We now know what Gabriella Zaninga looks like, and we now know she's an OnlyFans model. We now know that Shannon offered her $10 million a payout, to which she refused. We now know that. We now know there are more text messages of her confronting Shannon about unprotected anal, saying that she asked him to put on a condom and he did not do it. And there is another audio, and I was trying to get the audio of her putting Shannon on blast again, where he's saying he was going to choke her in public. But I can't get that audio, so yeah. But he did say in another audio yesterday that I played on here that when I see you, I'm gonna choke you. But I didn't take that as a threat. Again, after listening to the audio, I wasn't offended, and I'm a woman, and I feel like if I wasn't offended by it, and some women might be offended, like, oh my God, he said he was gonna choke her, baby. That is just how some folks play in their relationships. I didn't get any like, oh my God, he's really gonna do physical harm to her. I didn't get that. But again, if you got that, then it's cool. Super Pat said, but he should know better because he was a professional football player for a long time. You would think, Super Pat, he didn't learn nothing from Kobe. You remember that whole Kobe Bryant thing?
I do. He told that white girl booty hole up.
He ain't learned nothing from Kobe. He ain't learned nothing from Tiger. You stupid. Even though Tiger don't associate with being black, he ain't learned nothing from Tiger. He ain't learned nothing from OJ. And you definitely didn't learn nothing from Jonathan Majors in his recent situation. Because, baby, yeah. Auntie said, wasn't Eddie Winslow with Superhead Corinne Steffens? I think once upon a time he was dating her. Auntie said, these men, ladies, are pretty too. Yeah, they be, Auntie, they be on point.
Here's the thing. If you get tricked, I can't say anything. But if you openly know it, I'm just like, why don't you just go get a pretty chick? Just go get a pretty chick.
And all I gotta say to Shannon is, if you was gonna do your OnlyFans, why you couldn't have did a black one who at least looked halfway decent? Because that one right there, Gabriella Zuniga, she ain't no looker. I'm just saying, she ain't no looker. You could have did better, Shannon. You should have did better.
Oh, you saw a picture?
Well, yeah.
Here's the thing. Black men don't go to white women for looks.
What do they go for them for?
Well, check it out. Think about any interracial relationship that you've seen. How many beautiful white women have you seen with these black dudes? Like, beautiful.
Only if they have a lot of money. That's when I see them.
Even if they have a lot of money, I still don't see it with beautiful white women.
I seen some ones with some halfway. The ones that got some money.
there. I'm just talking majority. Majority.
No, you're right.
No.
Because the rest of them, the ones who are broke, baby, they go get them straight out the trailer park. I said what I said. Straight
It
out
is
the
what
trailer
it is.
park. Super Pat said no. Some women like to be choked. That's what I heard. Some women do like to be choked. There's no, you are not lying about that. That is a part of some people' sexual rituals. Got you open ENT said he's been playing dirty like that for a minute. So it was a man girl. No, it was a girl. It's a girl. Got you open. It's not a man girl. We were talking about Eddie Winslow and Sydney Starr. Sydney Starr is yeah. Got you open ENT said to fit in and move as they made. And Auntie said, unfortunately, a lot of zesty men. And that's true, Rashad. I mean, there are, unfortunately, a lot of, yeah, unfortunately. But,
There it is.
Rashad said it, hey, it is what it is at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Do you think he's going to have to give this woman something, Rashad?
He's not going to have to. Do I think he's going to have to spend some money? Yes. Now, it just depends on how he wants to spend it. Do you want to spend it on her to get rid of it? Or do you want to spend it in the court defending yourself? So he may not give it to her, but he's going to spend it.
But he may have to give it. What if he got to do both, though? Because he may have to give it to her, and he may have to give it to the courts.
Well, he might. 100%.
I don't think he's going to lose any deals. Because I know Mr. Awesome asked that. But then again, if this carries on for an extended amount of time.
The longer it carries on,
yeah.
The longer it carries on, the more pressure that people are going to put on the network to put him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why he shot that $10 million. And it's like, look, you see what happened to Michael Irvin? Do you remember what happened to him?
Mm-hmm. But explain to the people who don't know that story.
Man, this silly ass chick claimed sexual harassment when they were in a hotel, and he gave her a hug.
Oh yes. And he couldn't even go to the Super Bowl because of that.
They took it away from him.
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. You're right.
Yeah, he lost all of. That's why he sued for $100 million.
Did he win?
You know what? I didn't hear anything, which leads me to believe that it was settled out of court.
It probably was. And that's what I was explaining to Mama about the Kobe Bryant situation. Because she was like, well, he didn't have to pay that woman. I said, yes, he did. He wasn't found legally, like criminally guilty. But, oh, yeah, you gonna pay. Anytime it goes to civil court, you gonna pay. Look at OJ. Even though he... Go ahead.
Let me get you right back.
Go ahead.
Let me get you right back.
Okay. Hold on, let me see. Okay, Rashad dropped off. Hold on, y'all. I got a break coming up. Got you opening. ENT said, oh, yeah, he's going to spend some paper. It's on him. He know better. Auntie said, but he will have to spend some more money. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. So they announced yesterday the plan to ban the remaining 8 artificial food dyes in the U.S. food supply by the end of 2026. We'll see if they'll be able to get it done. It's 98.7 KISS, the best R&B. I refuse to say any of those people's names that reside in that Oval Office. So when I do my breaks, what I try to do is I'll like minus their name. But Mr. Awesome said that Aaron Hall is being reported missing. Oh my goodness, I didn't see that. So I have to look that up once I get off here. And we got another good 10 minutes before we get off here. Auntie said, but he will have to spend some. Yeah, Auntie, he gonna have to spend money on lawyer fees, and he probably gonna have to break that. I'm telling you now. Look what happened with OJ. OJ was found not guilty of the criminal side, even though folks still believe OJ did it. Some of y'all. He was not found criminally responsible, but he was held liable for that civil. And even though they were having a hard time trying to collect the money, he still had to pay. So just because, that's why she didn't file criminal charges, because with them criminal, she ain't getting no money from that. Auntie said especially the YT people, especially Auntie. Got you open. ET said, I believe he did win. No, he didn't. Kobe Bryant didn't win. Not his civil suit. Kobe Bryant didn't win that civil suit. He ended up having to pay that woman out of court. Under the settling. He ended up settling. And like Rashad said, anytime you don't hear anything, usually that means they have settled. So, got you open. ET said, and he still brags and boasts about it. And he was most them puffy parties. Who is that who's bragging? Got you open. I missed that. Who's that bragging? Oh, you talking about Aaron. Oh, Kyrie. No, Kobe Irvin. I think Kyrie Irving you meant? Is that what you meant? Or you talk about Aaron Hall. I think you mean Aaron Hall was at them Diddy parties. He might came up missing. They might be trying to silence him. Yeah, I don't put nothing past nobody nowadays. All these folks is crazy. Okay? But, yeah. So the question today was, do you feel bad for Shannon Sharpe and his current situation? And what was the other part of this question? Do you feel bad for, well, we'll just leave it at that part. Do you feel bad for Shannon Sharpe? Michael Irvin. Thank you, Auntie. Yeah, Aaron Hall I got it. I put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, Aaron Hall was at them Diddy parties. Auntie says, sometimes, babe, you're going to have to talk about what Kanye said. Like, Auntie, I don't talk about Kanye because Kanye is dealing with a mental health issue. And folks are ignoring that this man has a mental health issue. That's why I refuse to talk about him. You know, he is dealing with some mental health challenges that I believe for sure he needs to go have checked and looked out. I won't talk about him. I won't aid in a bed and bring, I feel like that's kind of like, even though I don't agree with, hey Tara, agree a lot with more than half of the shit that Kanye says, but I'm not going to aid because that man is definitely suffering from mental illness. And he has been suffering since his mom passed away. So that's why, Auntie, I try not to get into the Kanye stuff because, this man is screaming and crying out for help and nobody is helping him. They're letting him sink. So, got you opening. He said, and no, I don't feel bad for him. He knew what he was doing. So, Tara, and for my new folks, we've been talking about day 2, Shannon Sharpe, and this new evidence. Yeah, Auntie, it is. And he's screaming. It is a blatant cry for help, and nobody is helping him. And I don't have enough coins or influence. I don't know that man like that to be like, and sit down and be like, and have a real conversation. But, yeah, he has some mental health issues that folks are just ignoring. So, that's why I don't want to talk about him. 47 Adams. Hey, how are you? Welcome to the chat. But yes, we've been talking about Shannon Sharpe part 2. The drama continues. More texts, more audio of this alleged sexual assault. Again, today the girl, Gabrielle Zaninga is her name. We learned a lot. That we learned what she looked like. And I didn't expect anything less from what she looked like. I didn't expect anything. Did you? Did you expect anything less? We know that she's an OnlyFans model. We know that Shannon offered her up $10 million that she refused. We know that Shannon, I'm not saying he's threatened to choke her, but what I am saying is that he said he was going to choke her. Okay, we know that. And there's a new video, or audio, not video, but there's more audio today where he's coming out, or she put him on blast, saying he was going to choke her in public. But little do she know, and I'm sure she does know, because she's an OnlyFans model, that's how folks get down in them dominatrix relationships. I saw 50 Shades of Grey, all 3 of them, okay? It was good, too. I like 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey was so good. I read the book, and then I watched the movies. And you say whatever you want to. You ain't got to like 50 Shades. I loved it, okay? Call me what you want. Baby Rock said, I attempted to participate more in the meeting, but these clowns are blocking all of my comments. I'm sorry. That's why I say go right on Twitch. Twitch is probably a better option because, yeah, these folks on IG be tripping. And Auntie said, crying out. Yeah, Kanye is definitely crying out for help, and nobody's helping him. But he has pissed so many people off. That is probably why they ain't trying to help him. But yeah, it's a blatant cry for help. I mean, that's what I'm taking it as, you know. Um, Listen, I have my days and my ways. Cause y'all, I definitely, don't get on here and share everything with y'all. But I have my days, you know. And I think Kanye needs an intervention. He needs somebody to sit down, people who really love him, for real. Maybe his kids, and they need to talk to him and maybe convince him to getting some help. So, Auntie said Dana love. Yes, that is my movie, Auntie. I love 50 Shades of Grey. You could call me whatever. You call me a freak. You can call me whatever. I love 50 Shades of Grey. But yeah. So the question was, is Shannon Sharpe getting everything that he deserves? And do you feel bad for him? Is Shannon getting everything that he deserves? And do you feel bad for him? A lot of y'all on here saying y'all don't feel bad for him. He's getting exactly what he deserves because he should have known better. Plus, he grown. He definitely should have known better because he grown. You know? I hate it for Shannon. I can honestly sit here and say I did not see this one coming. Not in a million years that it would be Shannon Sharpe. I probably would have named some other folks before Shannon Sharpe. But think about Shannon's behavior as of lately. It's only been not even a year removed that he just got caught getting freaky on IG Live and then had to come and apologize. So, Baby Rock said, can't feel sorry for him unless you're going to feel sorry for Diddy and Kels. They all monsters. But is Shannon a monster, though? Because this was consensual sex that he was having with this young girl. The only thing that is, I can't even say the only thing that's bad about the situation. Because, I mean, he's entitled to mess with who he wants to mess with. But I just think he should have been. Monique tried to warn him. That's all I'm going to say. Monique tried to warn him, and he didn't want to listen. And so here we are. All right, let's do some final thoughts. This is a great conversation again today. Mr. Austin said, 50 Shades is definitely a must read. Funny story. I never got done reading the first one, but still have the book. I read all 3 of those books. Loved every last one of them. I love the book so much. I was like, okay, now I want to watch the movie. And so I watched the movie. And here we are. So yeah, 50 Shades of Grey. All right, y'all. Final thoughts. We're going to wrap this up. Final thoughts. What are your final thoughts? Good conversation. I promise you, we're not talking about Shannon Sharpe tomorrow. I'm done with him. I don't give a damn what come out. I'm done aiding and abetting. Auntie said, I don't feel bad for him. I don't think no black woman in America feels bad for Shannon Sharpe because Shannon. Come on now, bruh. Come on, bruh. You could have did better than that. I done seen some badass looking white girls. That wasn't the one. She ain't the one. Mama said, leave them snow bunnies alone. Auntie said, never read books. I saw the movies. The books are I think the books are even better than the movies, Auntie. You know, I remember back in the day you used to like to read, Auntie. So I think the books are better than the movie. Oh, Didi, March of Dimes is Saturday at Railroad Park at 9:30. Mr. Awesome, send me that to a DM so I can see it. All right, we'll do it again tomorrow, y'all. Pre-Friday Eve. Almost the weekend. 12:15 Central, 1:15 Eastern. Around that time-ish. All right, love y'all for y'all. See you mañana. Thank you, Mr. Austin. Send that to me in a DM. And then I'm going to hang on with you guys for a second. And then we'll get off. I got to figure out what the hell I'm talking about. What you talking about? Come on now. Hold on, y'all. Let me do this break real quick. Oh. Hold on, y'all. And the nominees are for the American Music Awards. We'll get into the nominees coming up in 7 minutes right here on 98.7 Kiss, the best R&B. And I'm back. Thank you, Mr. Awesome. DM me that. Again, we'll do it again tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for rocking out with me every day on Twitch. Until mañana.